Hey guys, Troy Scott, JV Marketing Group. How's everybody doing? This is my first video. I've actually been struggling for the last 2 weeks with technology issues, network issues, and a bunch of other junk. But I am finally up and running, and I'm shooting my first video. It's kind of a double entendre here. One is going to be my first video for the 100 video challenge, and my first video is also on my experience with the $1 Million Day. This is my second $1 Million Day. Last weekend was our first, and it's amazing. The program itself, in terms of what Mark teaches, is phenomenal for anyone. But it's even more phenomenal when you take into account what you can do, which is get some clarity. And then, when you create a list, and all of the things that Mark goes over are just tremendously valuable, right? It's not just hey, just do this because I said to do it. There's a ton of value, and I want to extend a huge thank you to Vince, to Ashley, to Clifton, and to Mark for creating this phenomenal system that is full of value and full of purity and purpose, right? So if you've been bouncing around and checking out what other people have to say, or even other videos, you're noticing a little consistency with the first responders, and those first responders are how incredibly value-driven ILN is, and I couldn't agree more. It's fairly phenomenal. So for me, I've dabbled in internet marketing before. I had minimal to zero success, mainly because there wasn't a system in place. It was kind of like the push button, we'll take care of you. Certainly the blogging strategy has been out there, but then if you're a geek, I'm a geek, and Google made some major changes over the last just few years. Have been pretty amazing, and they've actually really affected a lot of affiliates' business. So that burned me out. That really started to bum me out. And this is 2-3 years ago, and then ultimately, I live in California, which is just insane. This place is insane. The amount of taxes we have to pay, just the baloney that you have to put up with in California, also affected internet businesses as it relates to taxes. So it was just one of those things where I just kind of stepped away, and just truly by happenstance, as my wife and I continue to have these phenomenal technology failures, I missed out on ILN by just a hair, man. I could not. If I'd have just made one little tiny decision, I would still not know about this phenomenal opportunity. So, just quickly, what happened with me is my wife's computer had a blue screen of death. I've got a Mac and a PC. My main computer's a Mac laptop, but her computer was a PC, and it had a massive failure. So she has another. We have a house that has another room for her. It's an office. This is another office for me, and what happened was she had to borrow my laptops. So she was on the kitchen table where she normally isn't. Normally she's in her office. So she's on the kitchen table, which has got kind of a grand room where we've got our living room and our kitchen on one side. And she's on Facebook. And I had left and come out of my office. And my office is part of our garage, which is why I'm still sweating my tail off here. There is an AC unit, but I don't have it on. It's one of those portable ones. Literally, she got up, she walked out of the kitchen, and I think I was making a sandwich or something, and I watched something pop up on her feed, and what it was an ILN banner, and an invite, and it was a replay of John, Mark, and Vince, and I didn't really think anything of it, but my intent is always up. I'm always looking for opportunities. I've co-founded a few companies. I've failed a few companies. So I've kind of been through the ringer a little bit. I actually worked for one of my first investors. So I'm always looking for ideas and ways to create income and create a new business. So I looked at it. I didn't have the time at that moment to view it. So I actually cut and pasted that URL into an email, sent it to my Gmail account, and 3 or 4 days later, I ended up having my jaw drop on the ground when I actually investigated and stayed up really late, just going through the stuff, right? Just checking it all out. So that's how close it was for me. If I hadn't looked over and seen the feed coming on the Facebook page, I would have missed this opportunity. So, when Vince talks about the strategy and tactics of Facebook marketing, I'm a firm believer that is a great place to be and a great place to start. And as I'm going through the training, that's what I'll continue to do, and it's pretty phenomenal. So, just wanted to let you know how kind of I ended up here. My $1 million day, holy smokes. So I don't know if you can see this, but it says 181. That's 181 months. 181 months, 2 days, 2 pages rather, 15.8 years. Wow. So our first day, my wife and I, we did the storage, we did the garage. Wasting $170 a month on storage. How insane is that? I'm not going to go through this whole list because it's just ridiculous. But I did want to point one out. Front door knob. The way we have 2 doors. We've got a screen door, which is a kind of a heavier screen door, and then we've got a main lock. I haven't changed the main lock for 5 years on the front door. Pretty insane. What else was pretty insane on here? There's just a bunch of stupid, crazy, insane stuff. But as Mark goes through this list, so much wealth such an amount of wealth in this wisdom is being presented in almost an hour and a half or whatnot. A couple of main key takeaways for me: determined, resourceful, speed, efficiency. Man, those are incredible elements to grab a hold of, and it's so true. The diligent, man, gosh, a lot of wisdom there. And then rulership, right? I mean, over your own time. If we put these systems together and we create a way for folks to make money, get value, we make money, we deliver value. It's a phenomenal, serendipitous model. It's an incredible business model, and the more you dig in, the more you realize what we have a hold of here. I think anyone who's taking a look at this is going to have their mind blown. So when he talks about business administration, man, so many people screw their lives up with taxes and their paperwork and I got some construction going on out there. I don't know if you hear these knocking, but my neighbor's building something. But it's really loud in here. It may not even show up on the video. I don't know. But when you talk about getting your finances together or just that whole part of this business, you've got to listen to what he has to say. It's so true. So my wife and I are entrepreneurs. My wife came home frustrated about 6-7 years ago, bounced around startup to startup here in Silicon Valley, and came home crying one night. And she says, "I'm done with this startup BS." And I'm like, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. What are you going to do?" And she says, "I'm going to start my own business." And I went, "Oh, that's awesome, sweet. What are you going to do?" She said, "I'm going to be a pet sitter." I went, "What? Wait, what?" Well, 6-7 years ago, right? I said, "Okay, give me the calculator. Here's the numbers. You're gonna have to hit this every month, right? Because we need your income." Missed it her first month, nailed it her second, and has not looked back. Because she put a system together. She does quarterly taxes. She's does everything by the book in terms of her business. So that is so important, the business administration aspect of what Mark talks about in that video. It's just phenomenal teaching. Also, this opportunity gave me the ILN opportunity gave me another shot at another company I started. This is JV Marketing Group, all right? So I had this sitting dormant. Now it's dormant it was dormant because just to have this thing active in California, I think it's $800 a year. That's how stupid California is. But anyway, so it gave me a chance to reignite the JV Marketing Group, which is fantastic because, man, what a phenomenal play that is. And then just going through some things that really hit me like a ton of bricks from Mark's hour and a half. All of the nuggets that just continue to fall out and continue to fall out. I've watched it probably 4 times. Here's a couple of things. And if you weren't paying attention and you missed this, it was easy to miss. But if you were just listening and listening and listening and listening, it was only about a second or 1.5 seconds. And I don't remember exactly where it is in the video. But he's going through his teaching and he says, I've been listening to this podcast called I Love Marketing. That's all he said. Well, I'm a big podcast guy, all right? I listen to it in my car, at home, in my office. I stream it. I started listening to the I Love podcast. I think it was number 23 or number 22. And there was a fellow, I can't say his last name, but his name's Rashawn, and he started he started a company called Mindvalley, mindvalley.com, phenomenal entrepreneurial spirit. There's Mindvalley Insights, and in Mindvalley Insights, which is a blog he created, he talks about a lot of different things that you can really do in the entrepreneurial world. But he also talked about a book, and this book is called Systems. No, actually, let me open it up here. What is it? It's called Work the System by Sam Carpenter. I'm 3/4 of the way through this book, and it has had such an impact on me. Because, the premise of the book is either you're getting worked by the system, there's a system that's running you may be unaware of it, you're getting worked by a system, or you're working a system, right? And us in ILN, we're working a system. We've got a fantastic system in ILN. So this is my system, right? This I don't know if you can see this, but this is the JV Marketing Group system. And later today, I'll launch my company, jvmarketinggroup.com. It'll be live. I'll support it with some PPC. I know that's a little out of normal, but that's my experience. That's what I do kind of in my day job. So having an opportunity to put a system together to help me grow is just really, really cool. So that was just my brief takeaways from the $1 Million Day, and I hope that that you get as much as you possibly want or can out of that first video. I'm also a VIP all-in guy. I couldn't go to Arizona. I had some conflicts of scheduling, but I saw the value and made the purchase. And I'm also an Inner Circle member. And so whenever there's knowledge to be offered by Vince, industry leaders such as Mark and Clifton. Clifton's videos of the pods of the blogs are awesome. I love his approach to his 100-day video, a little bit about every step to update your blog. And the blog value is phenomenal, so that's what I'm marketing with out there in PPC land as I build a base and a foundation and go through the rest of the training. So this is my first video. I'm probably going to maybe do 1 or 2 videos a day to get caught up, so if you see the same shirt, that's probably why. Excited to be part of this. I can't wait to meet you guys at the next event, and love to be part of this community, and I look forward to talking to all you soon. See ya.